What happens when a picture-perfect romance suddenly takes a turn that nobody saw coming? Jennifer Hudson and Common looked unstoppable until whispers of betrayal and public embarrassment sent the internet into overdrive. The headlines make it sound explosive, but the truth behind the noise may be even more surprising. And real quick, if you like getting the unfiltered side of hip-hop drama, make sure you hit subscribe. You won't want to miss what's next. The internet lit up the headline too wild to ignore. Jennifer Hudson blows up on Common for humiliating her with new boo. At first glance, it sounds like a full-on meltdown. A superstar blindsided and furious at her partner. It's the kind of claim that grabs attention instantly, feeding into the chaos of celebrity gossip. But when you peel back the layers, things aren't nearly as simple as those capital letters make them seem. Because here's the thing, these kinds of stories thrive on exaggeration. They're designed to stir emotions, whether or not the facts actually back them up. And in this case, the truth about Jennifer and Common's relationship paints a very different picture. But there's more to this story beneath the caps lock and clickbait. The real story of Jennifer Hudson and Common doesn't begin with an explosive fight. It starts quietly back in 2022. The two first sparked rumors while working together on the film Breathe, and it didn't take long before fans began speculating about a romance off-screen. For months, they kept things low-key, dodging questions and brushing off the buzz. But the chemistry between them was hard to ignore. It wasn't until January of 2024 that they finally confirmed what everyone had suspected, sitting across from each other on The Jennifer Hudson Show. Common openly called their connection one of the happiest chapters of his life. It was playful, genuine, and for the first time, completely public. After years of speculation, their relationship was official, and fans couldn't get enough of it. Hold that thought, because what really happened next is far more grounded than gossip. What made their relationship stand out wasn't just the fact that two celebrities were dating. It was the way Common described it. In interviews, he didn't shy away from giving Jennifer her flowers. He called their bond one of the greatest blessings in his life, and even went further, saying they were equally yoked. That phrase stood out. It wasn't just about romance. It suggested balance, alignment, and a deep sense of partnership. For Common, a man known for his thoughtful lyrics and grounded public persona, those weren't throwaway words. They painted a picture of a relationship built on mutual respect and shared values. He spoke about timing, how sometimes love only works when two people are in the right season of life. And according to him, this was their season. Jennifer, for her part, didn't need to say much. Her body language around him, her laughter when he teased her on her own show, and the way she lit up when he gave her compliments said more than any headline could. Fans started calling them a power couple, pointing out how rare it was to see two established artists not just supporting each other's careers, but actually enjoying the spotlight together. This wasn't some whirlwind fling. From the outside looking in, it felt stable, mature, and refreshingly drama-free. And that's why the idea of her suddenly blowing up at Common felt so off. So, a clickbait battle? Not quite. But then came a real dramatic moment. The drama that actually did play out didn't come from a new boo or a heated argument. It came from a basketball flying at Jennifer Hudson's face. In March of 2025, the couple was spotted courtside at a Knicks game, enjoying what should have been an easy night out. Cameras were rolling, the crowd was buzzing, and then, out of nowhere, a stray ball shot into the stands. Jennifer took the hit directly, jolting back as the impact knocked her glasses askew. Common, sitting right beside her, instinctively reached out, trying to intercept the ball at the last second. He leaned over, checking on her immediately, while fans around them gasped and laughed at the chaos. It was one of those blink-and-you-miss-it moments that no publicist could have staged, but the clip spread across the internet instantly. Within hours, memes popped up, headlines screamed about the courtside accident, and social media was flooded with slow-motion replays of Jennifer's reaction. Some fans joked about Common's failed save, while others praised how quickly he turned protective. Either way, the scene became one of the most talked-about celebrity sightings of the week. Not because of scandal, but because it was raw, real, and totally unplanned. From real-life chaos to online fiction, here's where things get weird. If the courtside chaos showed anything, it's that real moments don't need embellishment to grab attention. Yet, that hasn't stopped certain outlets from spinning an entirely different story. Instead of focusing on the viral mishap that everyone could see with their own eyes, some channels pushed headlines about Jennifer blowing up on Common, or even hinting that he was humiliating her with someone new. None of that had evidence behind it. It was pure fiction built to feed the algorithm. And this isn't new. Clickbait thrives on exaggeration because it knows people react faster to scandal than to sincerity. A stray basketball isn't enough for them. They'd rather reframe it as a fight, a feud, or a full-blown breakup. The truth, though, is far less dramatic and far more human. A couple laughed off an accident, the internet had its fun, and life moved on. That's why it's important to step back and separate rumor from reality. Otherwise, the noise drowns out the actual story. And in Jennifer and Common's case, the real story is worth paying attention to. Now, let's flip that script. What stood out about the courtside moment wasn't that it was perfect, it was that it wasn't. Jennifer wasn't posing for the cameras. Common wasn't rehearsing his reaction. It was messy, awkward, and totally unscripted. And that's exactly why it resonated. Fans weren't replaying the clip because it hinted at a scandal. They were sharing it because it felt authentic. In an era where celebrity news often feels manufactured, the raw, unfiltered moments are the ones that stick. People connect with seeing stars experience the same random chaos the rest of us do. It's a reminder that behind the polished red carpets and magazine covers, Jennifer Hudson and Common are just two people navigating life, sometimes gracefully, sometimes not. That's the irony of clickbait. It tries so hard to invent drama that it misses the real story, the one audiences actually care about. The truth doesn't need capital letters or wild accusations. It just needs to be genuine. And in this case, a flying basketball did more to capture attention than any rumor ever could. But there's a final twist worth mulling over. When you pull back from the noise, the contrast is clear. On one side, you've got the real story, a relationship that grew from quiet rumors into a confirmed bond, marked by genuine words of admiration and moments of connection. You've got Common speaking openly about blessings and balance, and Jennifer sharing that joy with her trademark laughter and grace. Then you've got the unscripted chaos of a basketball to the face, an accident that, strangely enough, revealed more about their bond than any staged interview could. On the other side, you've got the fabrications, headlines designed to shock, rumors built on thin air, and narratives crafted to stir drama where none actually exists. They're louder, sure, but when you compare them side by side, it's obvious which story holds more weight. Because in the end, authenticity outlasts exaggeration. The internet may run with wild claims, but it's the genuine human moments that people remember. So, the next time you see a screaming headline, ask yourself, is the real story more powerful than the fake one?